I wasn't born a sports card guy. I didn't grow up around business or investing or people talking about markets. I was just a regular kid chasing something I couldn't explain, freedom. And I thought sports cards would be the answer. But what I didn't realize back then was that sports cards weren't just about cards. They were about me. It was life before sports was extremely predictable, almost boring. I was waking up early, punching in a clock, delivering pizzas is what I used to do, working random jobs just to make a little bit of extra scratch until I was introduced into the idea of making money with sports cards. And I'm going to explain to you why and how it changed my life. So let's go back to the early days. I'm from a town called Wayne, New Jersey. Okay, this is northern New Jersey, about 10 miles away from New York City. And as I was going into college in August of 2015, I was introduced to buying and selling sports cards. And I actually had a friend from the other side of town who went to the other high school who was making some money with it, introduced it to me. And he showed me that you could buy a card, get it graded, sell it. And it was way different back then. I was using Beckett to grade all my cards. PSA wasn't nearly as big as it is now. And I remember he showed me how to do it. I went over his house for a day. He showed me how to do it. And I brought it back to my parents and I said, look, I could make money with sports cards. And at this point, I saved up $4,000 from delivering pizza. And my parents and my friends, they thought I was an idiot, to be very frank. They were like, do not do this. Don't waste your money. Put your money in a mutual fund. Put your money in a 401k. Save it, invest it, let it compound. But for some reason, as a stupid 17-year-old kid, I did not listen to them. And the first sports card I ever bought, it was a 2009 Bowman Chrome Orange Refractor autograph, Steven Matz, who used to be a big prospect for the New York Mets. He was a decent pitcher in the major leagues, but at the time, he was one of the hottest prospects. And I bought this card for $500. And I ended up getting it graded and selling it about a week later for $888. Back then, you could get cards graded very fast. And it changed my life because on one hand, I was delivering pizza, grinding for 4 or 5 hours to make $60 to $80 in cash. On the other hand, I essentially clicked a few buttons with no manual labor. I used my brain and I was able to make over $300 in profit. And this completely changed my life going into college. This whole process of me buying and grading my first card happened right before I entered into college. Okay. So it changed my life because at such a young age, all these people on one hand were telling me, don't do this. I did it, and it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And just like you watching this, I love money, and it was great. I was like, wow, $300 profit with clicking a few buttons. Sign me up for that. And I kept doing it as I went into college. And it taught me a lot. So I started to buy and sell sports cards going into college, and I was making decent money, depending on the month, anywhere between $5,000 to $20,000 a month in profit. And at the time, I was going to all these classes and spending so much time studying and stressing about exams. And I was like, well, the average college person or the average college graduate who leaves college makes about $50,000 to $60,000 a year. And I'm over here doing that with sports cards. But I kept going through college because I kept listening to my mom, to my family, to my friends that you must go to college. But it didn't make sense because I was making more than the average person buying and selling sports cards, but I was spending so much time grinding away at college. And sports cards really taught me a lot about how to keep my emotions in check, about probability, because there was cards I'd buy that I would lose money on. And there was cards I'd buy that I would make money on. And as I would go through all the highs and through the lows, and especially when you first start doing something, right, you're very skeptical. You might lack the confidence. And the losses hit home a lot more than they do now because I was emotionally fragile, I guess is the best way to say it. And over time, my mental got a lot strengthened because I would lose, I'd make, I would lose, I'd make. But I understand eventually it's almost like a game of poker. It's of maximizing your wins and minimizing your losses. In business, you're going to have losses, especially in the game of buying and selling. And I started to understand this going to my freshman, sophomore, junior years as I was using sports cards to pay for school. And it really made me mentally tough when it came to money. And it really helped me understand that money is just a tool to make more money. I believe that making money is two things. It's a tool to make more money, and you also use extra money you have to help the others around you. That is what money is made for. And because people that I would go to school with, and people outside of school as well, would hold on to every penny so closely and really check their bank account every day and just make sure it was going up little by little. But I understood I actually didn't want money in my bank account. I wanted to invest money and use it as a tool to make more money. I looked at money like it was a game because that's how the way money should be looked at. And that's how you make a lot more money. So that was me going through college. And what really changed my life is going into senior year of college. I finally decided to see what my what my degree could do for me. So I got a financial analyst internship position for a company in Parsippany, New Jersey over the summer going into my senior year. And I was sitting, your classic cubicle job. I was on Excel files all day, in a cubicle. And I lasted 5 days and I absolutely hated it. I hated it with a burning passion. Let me tell you. So I lasted 5 days. I quit. I actually quit on my 21st birthday on June 6th, 2018. And that night, I actually went to a bar, got really drunk, a little bit too drunk. I actually threw up in front of a cop. Not sure if I should be saying that out loud. That might get cut out. But when I woke up that next morning all hungover, I made the decision like, wow, I need to make something of myself. So I'm making so much money by the time I graduate. It's unfathomable for me to even think about getting another job. So all summer I started grinding, looking at other ways to make money. Looking back at it, I should have just kept doing more of sports cards, but I started to see all these ads online of how to make money selling Amazon, drop shipping, this, that. And about September of 2018, going into my senior year, it just started up. I started to get into Amazon, buying and selling stuff on Amazon because I saw these people making $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 a month. And I was like, well, sports cards is making me over $10,000 a month profit, but these guys are making much more. Now looking back at it, I know that these guys who are making $100,000, that's just their revenue. The amount they're taking home is actually about 5 to 10%, to be very transparent. But I didn't know that at the time. So I was taking my sports cards profits, started this business on Amazon, and I did it all my first semester going up until Christmas of 2018. And I lost about $8,000 in cash, which for me at the time was a decent amount of money. It wasn't everything because a lot of the money I was making was going towards tuition. And then in December, I decided to pivot. So going into my second semester of my senior year, and in my head, I'm like, wow, I need to make a lot of money and have tons of money before I graduate. So there was a ticking time bomb essentially in my head. By the time of May of 2019, I needed to make a lot of money. So I got into drop shipping, which is similar to selling stuff on Amazon, except now I'm not using Amazon. I actually build my own store and sell my own products. So in January of 2019, I launched a drop shipping store and I was testing different products every single day. And I remember I was obsessed. I actually started to do terrible in school because I wouldn't do my homework. I wouldn't study. And up until this point, I had a pretty solid GPA, about 3.7. And I remember my senior year, I ended up with like I don't know, like a 1.5 GPA or something insanely bad like that because my focus wasn't on school anymore. And I remember about April of 2019, a month before I graduated, I found these woman pair of sandals and they started selling very well for me on my store. So I started selling more and more and more of them. And in the month of April, I sold $60,000 worth of these pair of sandals and it kept going up every single day. And the profit on that was about 25%. And I was like, wow, I made it. This is it. I'm going to scale this store, sell sandals. I'm going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month and my life is complete. So I went to graduate. I walked. I graduated. I actually didn't graduate. I ended up graduating 3 years later, which is a whole different story. And I remember about my birthday, my 22nd birthday, about June 6th of 2019, I started to get some returns and more returns and more returns and more returns. And it turns out the supplier I was using in China to sell these sandals was actually false advertising because I didn't get a chance to see the sandals because my supplier would ship it straight to my customer. So I started to get these returns and I had my supplier express ship me a pair of sandals. And wow, they were not what was advertised. That's all I could say. And I ended up losing every single penny I had. My bank account went to like a few $100s. So I was making $5 to $10 to $20,000 for years at this point, saved up a good bankroll. After paying tuition, I had about $50,000 saved up. Every penny gone. And that's when I got into more entrepreneurship, believe it or not. So what I did in the summer of my 22nd birthday, just started going to more card shows, flipping cards more aggressively. I would take out a loan from my brother, say, "Hey, brother, give me $10,000. I'll give you a $500 profit in a week. So let me take the money and go to a card show, flip a bunch of cards, make a few $1,000s on a weekend." So sports cards saved my ass. It got my ass off the ground, then it saved my ass. So I was able to build my bankroll back up. And that's when one of my ex-housemates from my junior year actually hit me up because he had a mutual interest in like digital marketing and entrepreneurship and all that fun stuff. And the psychopath I am, I said, you know what? This whole digital marketing thing could work. It could work somehow because I saw the success. I tasted it. I then failed, but I did taste it. And what I ended up doing, I ended up getting together with him. We'd go over each other's houses on the weekend. He was from New York. We ended up moving to Miami just to get away from everyone and lock ourselves in a room, get a cheap rent, and just try to figure, this whole digital marketing entrepreneur thing out. And we're trying to figure it all out. And in about April of 2020 now, my business partner said to me, actually, this was March of 2020, excuse me, March of 2020, he goes to me, "Hey, I think people would actually want to know how you make money with sports cards because that's how I was funding all these ventures through flipping sports cards." And I actually said to him, "You're an idiot. That is a stupid idea. No one's ever going to want to learn how to make money with sports cards." And remember, this was during the pandemic. March, the pandemic just started, at least in Miami, it did. And everybody was online wanted to make it alternative income. Remember all the NFTs and Bitcoin and this and that. So we decided to launch a few ads, just see what was out there, and it went viral overnight. We made a lot of money, and then we lost it all. But then for the next 3 years, we made no money teaching people how to make money with sports cards. We were not able to cover our expenses with the money we were coming in. So we were just breaking even essentially every single month. The way I was funding life, once again, was through sports cards. So sports cards, time and time again, kept saving my butt over and over and over. And then about 3 years into the business, we made a few tweaks and the good reviews really started to pile in and the referrals really started to pile in. And the business kind of just exploded. That compounding of effect of the first 3 years of even though we made no money, we are getting such good results for people because making money with sports cards isn't the hardest thing in the world, to be transparent with you. It's not too bad to get people results. The referrals started piling in and piling in and piling in, and then the business exploded. And that's where we are today in this fancy content studio. We have almost 50 employees, and my business partner and I, to this day, truly try to use our money to help people, help our employees, help others, help kids get into sports cards, and that's where we're at today. And the moral of this story is this, okay? This is where I'll leave you off. Normal people get normal results. When I was 17 years old and when I started buying and selling sports cards, if I listened to my mom, my uncle, my aunt, my friend telling me, "Hey, you're an idiot. Don't sports cards, you can't make money with that. That doesn't work," right? Because they never did it. They never saw it. These are people that had regular government jobs, and that's what they knew their whole life, right? Education system, job. And if I never took that stupid leap of faith when I was 17 years old, I never would have had any of this, any of the success. And I tell you that because I see so many people on a daily basis ask their friend who has a regular 9 to 5 job or their wife who's a stay at home wife asking for financial advice like, "Hey, honey, should I do this? Should I invest in stock? Should I invest in real estate? Should I buy this program? Should I start this business?" Why would you ever take financial advice from someone who isn't where you want to be? That's the moral of the story, okay? Because if they're not where you want to be, you probably shouldn't be asking them for financial advice. That's the biggest takeaway I've had from my short life so far into entrepreneurship, right? If you want to get extraordinary results, you got to do extraordinary things. And normal people are not going to be able to see that. Hopefully this video helped you out. I'm going to put a free PDF down below of all the stuff I just talked about, going into all these fancy things that has helped me through life. I'm going to put some like morals and things that have really helped me along the way because there's so many little stories in between what I just talked about. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, a little bit different. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video and how sports cards really changed my life. Worth the wait for sure. Holy smokes. Thank you guys. Looks like everybody could hear me clear. That's good. Maybe I just had to put the mic a little bit closer to my mouth. Now you guys can start to call in. I'll pop this down below. So that phone number, 813-618-2075. Let's grab the phone and we will begin to take callers. So you guys can start to call in, and I will answer any of your questions. And just as I guess a thank you guys, because believe it or not, a lot of you guys watching this, you guys are part of the reason that we were able to build this whole studio. Because I have a caller coming in now, but the first 3 callers get Starbucks. That's what I was gonna say. You have Eric. You're live.
Yo, how's it going, Eric?
What's up, man?
Hello?
Who's calling in?
How you doing? This is Chris from Valley Village, California.
Hey, what's up, dude? How can I help?
So I had a couple questions. Well, I had a question. I wanted to get your thoughts on buying like Hall of Famers or like legends from the junk wax era.
Okay.
What are your thoughts of buying like cards from the junk wax era, but in high grades?
Okay. Yes. So to answer your question, yes. These are some of the cards that I actually love the most. What I would say about it is a lot of those cards over the past year, for whatever reason, are up a lot in value. So just be wary. Something that I try to avoid is buying things that are up a lot. Okay. So like I can give you one example just off the tip of my tongue is like Barry Bonds. His stuff is up a ton, and because of it, I avoid it at all costs. So like you want to try to buy things that are actually down right now. So like, and also to kind of take it a step further is give you some like actionable advice. So I'll share my screen. It might be a little delayed for you, but I'll share my screen and kind of show you. So like take like I don't know, a Barry Bonds tops traded. I don't know if this is considered the junk wax era, but it's close enough. You'll get my point. So like this card in the past 365 days, a year ago it was $390. Today it's $707. Something like this I avoid. Okay. I like to buy things when they're down, not up. As opposed to like I don't know, give me a I don't know, let's look at like a Chipper Jones 1991 PSA 10. Let's see if I'm not sure if this card's up or not, but so something like this. Something like this is not really up too much in the past year. A year ago it was like $75, and today it's like 90, so it's not up a ton. And what I will do is I'll look a little bit more granular, and you could see. So this specific card I'm talking about has sales all over the place of like $100, then $115, then $138, then shoots down to $100, and then $81, and then up to $119, and the last sale is $95. So it goes up like within 20 to 30%. So something I like to do is I like to buy it at the dip. So like make sure the card's not up overall in the past year, and then buy it at the dip. That's my favorite thing to do, and it's worked out pretty well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I was gonna say, what about like if it's scarce, like low pop? Like I've been buying some like vintage. Well, it's about to be vintage. It's 90s hockey, like early junk wax era.
Okay.
But it's like a Hall of Famer. Like I'll give you an example. Tinu Solani. I feel like he's very undervalued. He's a Hall of Famer already.
Yep.
I've been buying like some of his young guns because like those are just low pop. Like I guess I would say I paid a premium for it, like around 600, like early last year. But that card's a pop 20, and he holds the rookie record for most goals in the season, which is 76. And I don't know who's gonna break that in a while. So
is this the 1991 Upper Deck?
No, it's the 92 Young Guns Upper Deck. He has a Upper Deck the year prior, which is considered his rookie card, but the more desirable ones are the Young Guns, so that one just holds more value.
Young Guns, Teemu Salan. You sure it's 1992, right?
Yeah, it's a 92 Upper Deck. He plays for the Winnipeg Jets. It's very hard to find. I think it's a pop 20, like the PSA 10 I have. So I know it's really scarce, but my thing is just because there isn't that many of it around. Like I think it's a good investment, but
Yeah, let me tell you. What'd you pay for them?
I paid around 600 for it, so it might have been a little up, but just the pop 20 is the thing that like just grabbed me in. I was just
Yeah,
long term hold.
Yeah, I love so like okay, the way I kind of look at hockey, I think it's undervalued. It's kind of like higher risk, higher reward. To be honest, I'd buy that card for $600. And it's not something I would expect to flip right away.
No, it's sold.
Yeah, a hold. Now, like, only thing I would say is that like just a year ago, this card was selling for like half. So if you could find something like same concept, like rare card, maybe an undervalued hockey player. There's all sorts of guys because people don't follow hockey too much. Like, Steve Yzerman, Chris Chelios. I'm just throwing random guys out there. But
So yeah, I need more.
guys like that, um, you could do pretty well. And like, I'll here, like, I'm not the expert on all hockey, but like, this will help you out. So I'm on Market Movers right now, and if you go to, I believe, movements, and you put in, let's say, hockey, and do like, let's say, just like the '90s, right? Let's do like the '80s through the '90s. So like, let's do like all these years. In the '90s, in the '80s. Oh, it's a little laggy. Hold on. Okay, you could put in hockey, put in all the years, put in the last sale amount of at least $100, a grade of a PSA 10, and it'll just give you a bunch of random cards that are up and down in the past, the past year. So like Mark Messier, Peachy PSA 10. I love that shit, dude. Like that, I think that's a great buy. Like you could see this specific card, in the past year was $500, and the last sale was $350. Like I'd rather buy that than the Teemu Solani. Not that I'm saying one's a better player than the other, but I just think it's a great buy. Like this Steve Yzerman, PSA 10. I actually bought one of these. Oh man, so I paid $37.50 for this card. I'm almost positive, and the last sale did 4,200, so it's probably trending up. So like using market movers like Mario Lemieux, Patrick Waugh, like dude, I think a lot of these are just great buys. Jerome McGinley, remember how good he was? Ray Bork. There's a lot of guys. Some of these cards are really expensive because they were hard to grade a 10. Peter Stastny, others aren't. But this will give you a good idea of different things to buy and just try to avoid things that are up a lot. That's what I do, right? Buy low, sell high. Don't buy high and sell higher.
Yeah, I'm still learning how to use market movers. Like every like couple of days, I learn something new on there. Like especially watching your videos, so like it really helps just learning all these different tools.
Yeah, it's very helpful. Because
Yeah,
like, dude, even me, like, I've been in sports cards forever, and I teach it. Like, it's literally my whole life. And even me, I'm like, I don't know every fucking card. I don't know all these crazy, all the
There's too many.
yeah.
Always find the other ones later on.
Yep.
They're not even in the market.
Yep.
Like in the app yet.
Yep. Exactly. So, yeah, market movers is very helpful. Any other questions or ways I could help?
Man, you answered it. I think you're putting out great stuff, man. Been watching your videos for a couple months now. Just keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, man.
All right. You too. Bye bye. Oh man, now I'm in control of the phone. All right, let's call some people back.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Man, with the new show and everything, this is a good week.
I know, right? Same show, new studio.
And the Jets won. You can't ask for anything better.
I know, right? It's a good week. By the way, be sure to text me your email after this, and I'll send you a free $5 Starbucks gift card. Same.
What's up, man? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, same thing to the last caller. I forgot to tell you. Send me your email. But how may I help?
So I wonder if you have this thing where I got cars coming in now from grading, and then of course I got some cash that are sitting there.
Yep.
Just from, of course, selling off and everything else. Now, what's your philosophy? Is cash just sitting there a bad thing, or do you want to always? Of course, you always want to keep buying, but if I'm still buying, but there's still more cash left over just in case, is that an okay thing to have? You always just be having your cash working for you. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to rush picking up cars that are shit. Sorry, or not.
Yeah. It's okay. I cursed on here. So okay. Well, it's very dependent. So like when I was in college, I saved up $4,000 to deliver pizza, and I was buying cards, getting them graded. I would literally put myself in debt. I would drain my bank account to zero, and then put money on credit. Then again, I had no responsibilities except to pay tuition. So I didn't have a family and kids, so I would also keep that into consideration. But if you're buying cards and getting them graded, I wouldn't drain your bank account or your business bank account to zero. I would at least try to keep a few thousand, like 2 or 3 grand, because you don't know what'll pop up, right? You always want cash to jump on opportunities.
Okay.
So I wouldn't go to zero. Don't like take it to the extreme where you want all your cash working for you, right? Because you need cash for good opportunities. But um, that's kind of like my mindset, and what I would say. I would keep like I'm no financial advisor, but
No, but like, yeah, just
yeah,
like, I like the idea of what you're saying right now, just in case if opportunity pops up, because whatever your connection says, hey, I have this card, you're like, man, it looks good. I need maybe you have some cash flow to buy it. That sounds great.
yeah. You want like if I took $10,000 and put it into a bank account and said I was going to start buying and selling sports cards with this, I would try to keep a reserve if I could of 20% of that, just for opportunities.
Perfect. That's the only thing I need right now. Everything's moving and grooving. I appreciate you. Thanks for the gift card also.
Sweet, bro. Yeah, just text me your email. I'll get it to you after this.
All right. Good luck this week.
All right. Thanks, man. Bye bye. All right. We are calling people back. Oh, our favorite from Puerto Rico. Well, I think it's Walter.
What's up, Barry?
What's up, Walter?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing better now that you called.
Hey, I try to call all the time. I try.
How may I be of service?
Just in case, no big deal. But sometimes your callers, the audio is pretty far, and you can barely hear what they said. At least the first two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Hey, I just wanna make a quick comment. I've been hearing people talking a lot about the post office right now, or missing packages and all that stuff. And me as a mailman, I just wanted just to avoid, so people can avoid some of the stuff. Like, it helps taking your package straight to the post office, not leaving it in your mailbox for your mailman to pick it up. That helps a lot. It doesn't have to go through a lot of hands, or your mailman don't have it in their vehicle all day, and then it's gonna get to the post office like late at night. Another thing too, when you use a bubble, mail bubble, my English sucks, so.
No, your English is good.
But the bubbler, whatever.
Yeah.
Mail it. Just always try to put like a tape over their. They already have like a glue on it. Like, don't just use that glue. Always try to put a tape over, because it's harder for people to get to it. It's just some stuff that I've seen that packages just open. Right now we have a lot of packages that we're working on right now. So, just a quick heads up about that.
Cool. Well, that's helpful advice. Thank you. I won't give out your phone number, because if someone has a loss of piecemeal, they might start berating you. But yeah, that's I always that's kind of I actually never say that out loud, but yeah, you shouldn't, especially if you have expensive cards. Like, drop it directly at the post office, because you're eliminating a point of friction instead of. I never trust. No offense, Walter, but I never trust the postman to come to my house and cleanly pick up the package. I have trust issues with that.
Yeah, like I have a person on my route that he sells cards, but I always talk to him, so he knows he has a pretty good relationship with me, so he knows I try to scan everything in front of his house, stuff like that.
Yep.
Think about, like, right now we start working like early in the morning. Let's say we grab a package right now at 10 a.m. That package stays with me in the truck until like 7 p.m.
Yep.
So you might just want to take it straight to the post office.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah, just a quick question. I'm trying to start getting into Pokemon.
Yep.
I know you always say with sports cards, like, hey, if it's one little thing in your card, you can try to send it in. You might still get a 10. Does that rule apply for Pokemon too?
Wait, say that one more time. Sorry.
Like, I know you always say with your sports cards, if you only have one little problem, like one dimple or just one small like centering problem.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Pokemon.
Pokemon's got to be. It's a little bit different grading it. It's got to be damn near perfect, but it's also easy to see blemishes on a Pokemon card as opposed to a sports card. So no, if there's like white edge chipping, it's not going to grade a 10 most likely.
All right. That's good to know, but I don't know nothing about it, man. That's the hardest thing that I don't.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I might stick to sports cards at the moment just because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the Pokemon stuff is on its way down because the market came up so much in the past few months. So be very careful of not buying things, with sales from 2 months ago when the market was hotter. Just be careful.
I've been doing great with the sports cards, so I'm just sticking with that. I was just messing around with the Pokemon just to see. But hey, with your help, I've been doing great, man. For real, I appreciate everything you do. It helped me a lot.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a good one.
All right, thanks, Walter. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Walter's always a good one. Did I call Mr. Oh man, now I got to manage this thing. I called Walter back. We did not call. This looks like Chris. It says the name on here. Hey, what's up, man? You're on the Eric Michaels show.
What's up, Eric? This is Chris. I just have a quick question.
Go for it.
Time for you to maybe boast and brag a little bit. I know you love your 33 Gaudy Ruth.
I do.
The only question, how many copies of that card do you have in your PC that you're never letting see the light of day again?
How many do I have?
Yeah, you seem to go after them all the time.
Oh yeah. I don't know the exact number, but I have about I want to say 14 to 15, maybe.
Ooh,
something like that. All different grades between. They're not super high end ones. Well, like all grades of 1 to 4.
Are they all that full body, that yellow back?
No, that's actually the one I have. No, it's all a mixture. It's a mix of the red back. It's a mix of the red, yellow back, the red back, the yellow back, the green back, and then I have 1 or 2 of the sport. Which one? Oh, the one of him swinging. I forget what it's called, but that one.
Yeah, I know what one you're talking
Yep.
about. One last question for you, Leo. Are you going to be at the Dallas show in January?
What's the date?
I think it's middle, like 15th, something like that, 16th.
Oh, probably not. I once a year I throw a birthday party for my dog, and her birthday is January 3rd, but I fly in all my friends from New Jersey. It's just an excuse to gamble and get drunk for 3 days straight, and then go out. And I think it's that weekend, so most likely not.
Right on. I was going to be there. I've never been there, so I was hoping to meet you if you're there. But all right, man. Take care. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. Thanks for calling in. Always nice to brag, right? Always feels good. Let's see. We called Chris. I don't know who this is. Let's see. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, it's Safe. Oh, what's up, Safe?
Yes.
Cool.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I'm handling the phone for the first time, and it's set a San Francisco.
I like the new set. Yeah, I know. I lived in San Fran before, for a few months.
Okay, gotcha.
The phone's still with me for over 20 years.
Got it.
And people think that I'm a scam when I call them.
That's funny.
Yeah. I have a question about a specific card that I have no idea what's the value of it.
So yesterday I had a meeting with a guy who's been a collector from like 2008 to 2013. And I said, "What did you collect?" And he was like, "Oh, I mainly collected basketball." So you get the sense of what that person could have. Because,
Yep. Like I would say, was Durant 08 or 07? See.
He had a couple of Durant, but not the big ones.
Okay, so like Curry,
Curry, Clay,
Giannis, 2013.
Yeah, exactly. Giannis. He has a Giannis one actually. That I already had the deal on it. I bought it.
Nice.
It's a Giannis rookie auto. So, but there is a card that if you go to 2020, 12-13 Panini Threads jersey die cut
Wait,
of Klay Thompson.
20. What year is it?
It's 12-13, like Klay's rookie year. Klay Thompson's rookie year. And it's called Threads.
Yep.
And it looks like, and it's a die cut of a Warriors jersey with his number in front of it.
Is it autographed or no?
And it is autographed. However, I couldn't find any sales on that. I found some Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut. Yeah.
Yeah, I found the exact same card, Andrew Bogut. I did not find any of Klay Thompson, and I had no. And I want to buy the card because it's Klay Thompson rookie.
Is it? What's the picture? What's he doing in the picture of the card?
No, he's not on the picture. The picture is basically the back of his jersey, a die cut of his jersey. If you say you'll see it. If you say die cut, you'll see it.
This? I think I see it right here. It's his. I've seen this card before. It's his jersey. I think it's the front of the jersey, right?
Yes, the front. No, actually the back. It says 11 on it, so it's the back.
Does it say his name on it?
No. Yeah, that one. Is that Klay?
That's Klay.
Oh, okay. See, I couldn't find this one because I was using eBay and Market Movers. Yeah, exactly this card.
Yep.
So
well, there you go.
The last sale is 138.
Yep, and then there was another sale in July 19th of 24 of 183. Another one before that, June 29th of 2024 of 274. Probably because Klay's like kind of on his way outish. So,
what do you think of this
buy? It's just like I would only buy it if it was like 80% of comps. I guess it's not something I would personally buy. I don't see Klay Thompson's value going up for any reason, and the card's not going to grade.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just say okay. Yeah, I mean, he has two LeBron rookies that he doesn't want to let go. The Chrome, not the refractor.
Man, he's holding the best shit.
I told him, listen, you got it from you're in front of me. You got it from the deepest part of your shoe box, and you have no use for it. I'm showing you the value. I'm going to give you 80% of the comps, and let's go. Here's the money. Take it. And he was like, nah. It's like, oh, fine.
Well, he's holding it. And he probably just sees it going up in value.
Excuse me. Yeah, well, this is life. Anyway, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that you actually helped me with finding that because I couldn't find the value of that one at all. And it seems like that's Market Mover versus Card Ladder.
Don't worry, safe. I'm here to save the day when I can.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good
all right, you too. Bye-bye.
Do what you do. Bye-bye.
See, any other callers? Nope, the queue is open. Queue's open. Let's see, we have some questions in the chat, though. Earlier in the show, you had a platform you were using. That was Market Movers. That was the platform I was using. Should I grade it through GameStop or is it sketchy? That's a good question. Good question, Matthew. Personally, it doesn't matter where you grade it through. If you could, I would grade it yourself because it's going to go faster. Like, you don't know how long it's going to take for GameStop to, process it and send it in. And I'm always a fan of, when you send in cards for grading, you'd rather send in a card that has an order with 3 cards in it rather than GameStop might have 200 cards in it, right? Because that order is going to take longer to get back. So if you could, I would do it yourself just so you control more of it personally. Hopefully that helps out. Live from a Memphis welding shop. Cool. Sweet. Never been to Memphis. I don't see the free PDF. Yeah, the PDF will be in the description of this once it's uploaded. Studio. Thank you. Looks legit from King Hangover. I don't know, King Hangover. If that's your title. I don't know. I don't know if I could take what you're saying seriously. It's a good name though. That's funny. Let's see what other questions we got here. By the way, the queue's open. If you guys want to call into 813-618-2075, we have another like 15 minutes. We'll give a free coffee to the next caller just to get it moving again. Let's see what other questions we got here in the chat. Anyone else completely shocked by the studio upgrade? Honestly, you're probably just as shocked as me. I didn't expect it to look this good either. I assumed it was going to be a simple background or change something. Well, it's not. It's a full-on content studio. It's costs a lot of money. All right, callers are back. What's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey Eric, how's it going?
What's up? Who's We've spoke before, right?
Yes.
Who's calling? Sorry, I'm bad with voices and names.
It's Adam.
Adam, yes, Adam. What's up, dude? How may I help?
Hey man, so I'm sure you've heard of like One Piece. I kind of just started hearing about it, but it's weird. Like I was looking at gem rate, and like every card is 90% pretty much.
Yep.
And I don't know. I'm just wondering maybe that's something that people aren't in yet, like fully. But like some of the cards are still expensive, so I don't know. I feel like it'd just be hard to get into Pokemon at this point.
Well, okay. So yes, buying One Piece to grade, I think it's a good idea. A lot of those cards are in Japan. I believe they're made in Japan, and cards made in Japan have higher quality control. So a lot of the time, like 90% of them actually get a PSA 10. So that's why you see that. And because the market's hot, that's why you'll see like a card that's $100 grade a 10 90% of the time, and a 10 is worth like $400. So there's no problem getting in while it's hot with margins like that, but also it's definitely not impossible to get into Pokemon as well. The market's going down because it came up so much, so you just got to be careful. It's kind of what I told the other guy in the beginning. Just make sure you're using recent sales, and I try to buy things that have consistency over the past month or so. I want to see a card that has like 3, 4, 5 sales and it being consistent rather than every sale going down one after another. Then I avoid it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. So you're kind of looking for one that's around the same price.
Yes, one that has consistency.
Okay. All right. And then for the One Piece, you said definitely go. Like if I want to try it, I would do like a more expensive type of card, because a lot of them, like the margin really isn't there. But I mean, obviously, if it did blow up, it would be there. But it's just like right now, if you get a 10, you make like $5 or something.
Yeah, obviously that's not worth your time. If you have the specific card you're asking about, I could look into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. What's to be honest, I've never bought a One Piece card before, so I'm not the expert. But
Really?
but hit me with it. What's the name of it?
All right, 1 second. It's a Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey. How do you DOLUFFY?
Yeah, I guess he's like the main character or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, wrong card. It's Shanks foil.
Wait, Shanks?
Yeah, SHANKS.
Okay.
And then Romance Dawn, English.
Romance Dawn foil. So is it this one of this guy with his shirt half open smiling?
No, he's got a sword in his hand.
He's got a sword in his hand.
The line on the top left.
Romance Dawn. Sword in his hand. I don't see that card. Shanks.
Maybe type in OP01.
OP01?
Yeah. Dash 120.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's oh, there is a sword. Okay, I see it. It's the card I was talking about. There is a sword.
Okay.
Yeah, I see the sword. It's the English version.
Yes.
Okay. So this card looks like it sells for about $70 raw. And do you know what a PSA 10 does?
I do not.
Alternate. It looks like a PSA 10 does about 250.
Okay.
So $70, 250. Let's see what the gem rate is on it. So Romance, Dawn, Shanks, OP. What was it again? OP01 -120. Okay. Yeah, 90 per. If this is the right card, 89% of them get a PSA 10. You could, after grading, you'll double your money. So I would buy it. Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Thank you for answering that, because I don't know. Maybe people could learn something from that.
Yeah. The One Piece stuff is going crazy. So like Pokemon is same thing. Like 6 months ago, 9 months ago, when it was super hot, it was, you're seeing stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't mind buying it.
All right. Awesome, man.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thanks for calling in, as always.
Have a good one, Eric.
You too. Bye-bye. See, is there another caller in the queue? No, maybe the studio's making people shy. I see your guys' questions, but maybe you guys, maybe the whole studio look is too much. So let's see. There's some questions in the chat. When's the best time to grade college football, for example? Ty Simpson. He'll be a first-round pick. The transition is weird between NCAA and NFL. Yeah, same thing as like what I always talk about. You want to buy it in the offseason. The college stuff isn't as desirable, so there's not as much like volatility. You could really buy it whenever. You could buy it in the middle of the season, but like before the season, and then selling it before the season starts. That's kind of the route I would go. Same thing. Let's see. What else do we have here? Any other questions? We'll take one more caller. Last caller, free Starbucks on me. Just 'cause I'm in a giving mood today for some reason. In the meantime, I'll show you guys something cool I bought. Let me pull this up. By the way, did you guys know Capital One? You could 3% cash back. It's pretty good. Let's see. Check this out. I just purchased this. Oop. Look at this beat up Babe Ruth card. Look how beat up this is. This is crazy. That's why, like, how isn't this a miscut, right? Like, usually you'd see a one miscut. I bought it for like a good price because it's so beat up. But I thought that was a pretty sick buy. And then I also bought this Peyton Manning Bowman Chrome Refractor. I actually bought two of these in the past like month or so. Pretty solid. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's a nice hold. I think Peyton Manning stuff is a decent play long term. I think it's a little bit undervalued. You know, people like the Brady stuff, obviously, and Peyton's a great quarterback. So, and his stuff sells for like, I don't know what the math would be, but like 20% of Brady, 10% of Brady. And I know Brady's obviously a bigger personality. So yeah, uh, that's what I would say. But if there's no more callers, I'll give this one a wrap. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the new studio. We'll make adjustments to make it even more crispy as time goes on. Monday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, we go live with this thing. Call into the phone below. I answer questions. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.